Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Imperator Rome playthrough, where we are currently in a small war, anyway, with Egypt, some little guys over here, and a big load over here actually now, annoyingly, who joined in late when I wasn't ready, so I'm having to manoeuvre some troops. I don't care about any of this. I do potentially need to pay attention to my provinces, as we have quite high aggressive expansion. Let's just take a look at the world. Britannia is slowly being consolidated into Tabunia. There's a few little guys left who I suspect... Oh. Yeah, are all tributees, certainly the lower ones. Some other big Medi is growing, and Moria is scary, but it's not winning everything. So yeah, they've got a client state up there. But other than that, you know, nobody compares to the power of Rome, other than potentially Moria. But I don't think we're ever going to meet in anger. But yeah, we are potentially about to have a massive civil war if things don't go great. So I just need to keep an eye on my provinces after we finish this war. Potentially reassign a few guys and spend some time making my people happy again. No, we do still control there. Yeah, governor died. Right. This is a little worrying. We are going to have to hire some merc stacks. While we move our armies up. I mean, it's really foolish of them because they are going to get battered, but still. Yes, let's batter that. You can actually be disbanded because you are definitely not needed, and you guys are going to start pushing down the Nile. Alright, are we ready? Oh god. Yeah, our first engagement is occurring there. Tax rate. I'd preferred to go for aggressive expansion reduction, but we can't quite afford that just yet. A proper uberly aggressive here. How are we doing over here? I mean, we've won over here. It's just it's literally mop-up operations. Don't care there. That bit of territory I kind of feel sorry for, because I literally don't give a damn about it. Let's go take them out while you start recapping. And the second we push them back and we can move in. I'm not quite sure where they're running away to, if I'm honest. nasty. Oh, how did we catch the barbarians up here? Yes. Right. And you can move up here and do the same thing again. Sorry. Yeah. So, you know, doing the same sort of thing here to get some new governors in. You can move up here. I don't need these fortifications anymore. Sorry, just trying to burn off all of our excess forts, because we do seem to have quite a lot of them. And they do cost us quite a bit of money. I know they stop in the naval invasions and things, but at the same time we control the seas. See along here, it's worth it. I don't need one there. I definitely don't need one there. See, it'd be worth having some there, but I'm not going to worry too much. Okay. Right. Let's burn off some of these mercenary stacks. An independent operation, you guys. So that's helping these places, you know, having the actual local legions is really quite good, so. Oh, that is a local legion. Let's see what we can get. I want at least all of that. We're getting there. We're doing well. We don't actually need to be aggressive now. We've dealt with the incursions there. down to there. Actually, no, they're not too bad. They don't need a local legion. Here could actually use a local legion, however. So what we're doing is we're removing a lot of the commanders and assigning them to the regions, which actually helps keep them in check to an extent for the time being. You're going up here to do the same thing, and obviously one of these guys will do a similar thing down here. And we do need to chill for a little bit. I can sue for peace separately with these guys. And all your money. Why does it not suggest everything? It's just suggesting the bits. Oh, bloody hell. I hadn't realised quite how much my stability had dropped. I've obviously not been paying attention. Ooh, we could use that. So we are slowly connecting up all the disparate bits of our empire. Those poor guys. Who else am I at war with? Oh wow, we are still at war with quite a few people. So yeah, I'm fairly sure the base of Egypt is done. It's a big old army just yeah. Right. Dismiss and assign to the region. Dismiss and assign to the region. That'll keep these guys happy. Really gonna start pushing down the Nile. Oh, need to assign somebody. I don't care about speed anymore. So we'll make sure we sort out that scorned family. We've lost here completely, but again, it's not really an issue. God, are they going to try and march all the way through there? No. So I'd accept that. That gets me that bit of territory, gets me a big chunk more of Egypt. Yeah, I'm going to accept that to get this over. Every little bit I can squeeze out of them at the moment actually is helpful. Ooh! More Romans? Let's do this first. This is a little cheesing it, but oh yes. Because we're going to get a negative on that. The conquest of Memphis. We'll keep it. And we'll move Romans to places. I love the way it expands into the desert, even though we don't actually control said desert. And now it is definitely time. Let's check I'm not getting Merc stack still. Oh, yes we do. Oh, I didn't even realise I must have accidentally picked them up. I love that our manpower went up during that war. I'm actually going to do something here. Economy, army maintenance, and fort maintenance is going to be dropped for the time being to really push our income back up. Potentially risky move if we do have wars, but you know we're okay. I just need to, you know, all of this, well, as you can see, is people aren't happy with us, so I need to really work on remedying that. And we really need to work on building this out much more. It's a massive building campaign around here, which will absolutely help my people. See, I love that we've got so many slaves in places here. Here. Oh, wow. Yeah, Rome. It doesn't actually appear Roman on the map, but I can't quite see what it appears as. It's too damn small. Egyptian. Oh, God. So yeah, maybe we need to do a bit of assimilation there. Of our slaves. And push that up to really keep our slaves happier. You know what? The second is going to come home. And literally be positioned on Rome. Just too dangerous to not have somebody there. Ooh, you're not a local legion. You are. You are. You are. You are not, but I don't need one there. Local legions are good, but at the same time they cost a lot of money. So they're good when you're in a situation like this to have them assigned and around the place. But at other times it's worth dropping, definitely worth dropping them off. Really need to push that back up because that's not good actually. The fact we've got our stability is less than 50. I think I must have broken something when we declared that war. I must have broken some treaty. Just a few extra granaries out to help pops grow. Mostly we're going to be working on other things. I said that the population of Rome is absolutely ridiculous. Sorry. It's that many slaves, and that many slaves is actually bad. They are putting a migration system in, which will hopefully help actually. So I can afford him to lose a bit of loyalty. Ugh. See, part of me, a big part of me does think I should probably just drop them, then destroy them, but it'll be time consuming and a pain. I may have, unfortunately these guys have disintegrated. If there was a couple, if there was a big power here still, my actual plan would have been to create a tribal vassal up there. You know, and if anybody does start really consolidating up here again, I mean, Noricum we could do, but certainly if any factions really start consolidating up here, I could do them. See, I'm almost tempted to sail an army around to Debonia. We don't have any casus belli or anything, but I could get one and vassalize, force them into being a tribal vassal. It's just such a pain to get to them because we don't have any coasts outside of the Med, and we're still having to deal with bloody pirates in the Med. Actually, some are from my bloody vassals, and I can't do anything about them. I love that little bugged bit of troops there. Ooh, we have a fair amount of... Ooh, that's good. some fabrication. I mean, I'm not planning on declaring war of them. They've got a few interesting allies. A lot of who I actually have claims on. So that's another nice little war we can have down there. Phrygia, poor Phrygia. Gone from being a dominant power to that. I mean, here, Palmyra is impressive because that's a completely new faction that's doing reasonably well. Egypt imploded. Basically, all of the other factions, which were potential threats, just imploded. I should have got there. Little wars with a casus belli really don't actually hurt us that much, but they potentially devolve into bigger wars, which is the real issue. This is telling me just how much income each one of these gives me, so... Oh god, is it not automatic? Oh god, I thought it was automatically set up to be in the right order. Never mind. I think Rome is looking fairly impressive. Nothing like the actual old style Rome, but still, we're getting there. Ooh. Media is potential threat. Media is definitely the local power here compared to me, you know. Our spheres of influence definitely, if we look at them, you know. That's sort of their sphere of influence. And this is sort of mine. I mean, this isn't sort of mine, this is mine. So we definitely overlap a bit. Which is why we've ended up at wars. In wars. Egypt's got quite a big sphere of influence, but most of their sphere of influence is me. Moria, I don't technically know Moria exist, so... Oh, wow, Moria are... taking some damage at the moment. You know, so I know of precisely up to about here. So even Kush, I don't actually know Kush exist. Well, I will obviously know they exist, but I won't necessarily have any real connection with them. I know I said no more fortifications, but we're going to do a little war up here. May appear to be missing a few people. No. First things first. Oh. So I could scrape some more money off them. I didn't realise we can do that. Elephants. They're reducing that definitely up that. Interesting. You are being deregioned. Oh, they're allied with them. I'm not fussed, they can't get to me easily. I mean, that's probably their entire navy. They could theoretically make landings, but... Oh, let's make sure they don't. This ain't gonna last long, guys. Oh wow, they... Oh, that's not them, but yeah. See, I suspect they have access. I also suspect my allies are going to bump into their heads with them first, as my allies are right there. Oh, and is Egypt also at war with them? Keep pushing through that. Ooh, I should be doing some of that. Where's my other navy? Welcome to the theatre. My naval command. I'm gonna blind admiral. But yeah, that's really not a worry for us. So really doing these in the best places. So Carthago is still very populous heavy. Let's have a look. Nothing compared to Rome, but nowhere's compared to Rome. Oh, I don't really need the navy there now. So you can pull back down to there. You can still come up here. You might be useful for the next war. They probably didn't want to be in this war at all, let's be honest, so... Yeah, I can't afford that. Yeah, nice, I already have claims on them. Consolidating the little things is a pain. I do sometimes think there's places which don't have as much of the region, or you should get a claim on the entire region, including the little places, because it just feels a little weird the way it currently works. I could client state them and bring them in, but there's really no point. Because we have a claim, we won't lose anything for it. We just need to let this war drive on for a little bit more. Let's get you in position first, but I'm happy to do this little war. It will potentially bring a few other people in, so we look at these guys. We may end up at war with Egypt again. Which I'm sure Egypt will relish. Because it's gone so well for them in the past, all these little wars. And actually, if that takes place, we will actually send a naval force around here to expand our territory in the Levant. Levant. I kind of like swapping between the two, and that's not always the best. You're going to start heading over here. Just to make sure we've got enough here. We can always hire some mercs if needs be. There we go. We are obviously at war down here as well. Egypt did not join yet. Doesn't stop them being called in later on, guys. These guys' entire job is going to be to try and hold the defensive line here. This is going to fall really quickly. I do actually have some claim against these guys' coastline, so we might push down there as well. So I've actually pushed them straight back into the enemy territory. So we're going to push down to here to try and capture all of this, actually, because we do have a claim there, and it would give us a nice bit of extra coastline there. And you know we are all about the coastlines, guys. Not necessarily easy to hold, but I don't know what else we have claim on, so we'll find out. I mean, we're going to have got this one sorted very soon. These guys will slowly time out. Ooh! And Egypt has joined, but are not the war leaders. Your beauties! Throwing a couple of legions on there. I'm quite confident we can hold with our 2 legions here. They fought the entire way through the desert. I mean, they must be so battered. Not heading for my territory, I don't care. So I can suit separately with them, and they will accept. We'll just let that drive on, though it will potentially never finish. But worst case comes to, you know, worst case, we will just send our forces back that way long run, so. Mostly can't import anything else because we don't have the civic power just now. Yeah, let's let them buff up a bit. And time to make landings. I want slave happiness, actually. Well, that's good. Because theirs obviously going to suffer from slave issues. Oh wow, they've managed to drop some troops in there. Oh, they really don't want peace. Oh, we were doing that potentially the wrong way around. They'll want peace eventually. Keep just clearing the coastline there. Not that I necessarily want to take it. You can advance to that fortification there. And we can get all of that coastline captured. Oh, Mastodon's in there for us. Nice. So, yeah, I don't want to do that one yet, but that's another not one we do want to do long run. These desert kingdoms I'm not particularly worried about. Neither of these matters. Oh, we did get a stab drop. I think I stabbed a few pigs. What the hell? Slaves are revolting somewhere. Oh, bugger, 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 bugger. Goddamn slave revolts. Thankfully, it's one of the places we didn't get rid of the fortification. Oh, that's the local legion. You can stay there then. I mean, it's a relatively large army, but let's be honest, it's going to be a full stack of light infantry because they're slaves. You're going to need to head up here in a second just to reinforce. You can move in on them. You can move in to capture those invading forces. Major industrial accident. Compensate. God damn it, Macedon, you were meant to be beating them off. Damn governor's dying. We'll get to white peace with them eventually. Yeah, we want to make sure we get all of that conquered. have I got so many legions there? There's literally no point in them. Other than the local legions, because here is now really secure. I need somewhere with a higher population than that. 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Here we'll do to start. Basically, I want to colonise all of that little bit there, but no rush. Independent operations, just start clearing out that area. Things are going well. Our aggressive expansion is still quite high. This is doing lovely. And this protects roads. This former Phrygian place here. I can't believe Phrygia just disintegrated completely. I mean, we still hold the Olympics because it makes Macedon happy, but that's about it, because everything else is ours. See, I'd like them to kind of splurge all over that, if I'm honest, because if we can get good relations with them, that's a good thing. Whereas if we just take there and there. That's too much aggressive expansion for the time being. So actually, we'll take there. We will take there. That is what we want. So we've already decided we want on that war, right. Oh wow, I can actually get some territory. Nice! I wasn't even planning on taking that. Thanks to my Macedonian allies, we have a little bit of territory there. It did gain us some aggressive expansion, but it's a small Roman colony, basically, for us. To be assimilated. There's no need for us to stop. Basically, my issue is I've not been getting enough. My oratory power isn't good enough. I need to really be pushing that out much more so we can actually get more in some of these big chunks. Oh yeah, we're meant to be loading these guys on. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh no, God, sod that. Where are the slaves revolting? It's not in my territory, is it? There was the one somewhere around here. Let's go deal with those slaves before the upstarts actually start threatening us. You guys are going to go to Rhodes. Not Rhodes, Cyprus. They're going to be positioned in Cyprus because from Cyprus they can go to all sorts of places. There's definitely a slave problem somewhere, but I don't know where. Oh wow, Macedon! You're definitely proving that you're the heirs of Alexander there, that's for sure. I may as well take that as well, because I'm going to want that little bit of coastline. And that gets us a lovely bit of extra coastline, and they'll accept now. And all your money. There we go, giving us a nice bit of extra coastline here. Which is kind of our big thing, is controlling the coastlines of the Mediterranean. Because if we get to the point where we or our vassals control the entire coast of the Mediterranean, literally nothing can stop us. And that's still really high. I mean, I bet all these places are happy that we're currently focusing in other regions. So, I need to think about what to do next. It's probably going to be Philistine, to be fair. They're a nice, easy one. That is going to be a big old war, though, because they have a lot of protection. But they should be a nice, easy conquest. We've got forces to go and throw into there to hold the line there. And we will just nom them up. But I'm being really careful at the moment. We need to make sure we've got casus bellis for everything. As always, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please feel free to pop any comments in the comments section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. There is a link to my Discord in the comments and the description, as well as links to my Twitter, my Patreon, and my affiliations with Overclockers and Humble Bundle Games, so please check that out. As always, thank you very much for watching, guys.